Well, my original thoughts were to be lighter up here so that the top of the grain elevator would appear as a silhouette. And then to lighten the bottom of the grain elevator and make it more intense down here. Now that I have the sky in, I think that I really would like to have sort of an intensity along this edge going down, and then let's cut roughly a diagonal line across the grain elevator and say that okay, from this line that way I'm going to tone it down so that we have sort of almost the same key as a floral, a vase with flowers spilling out of it. So it's a design that would sort of come down like this. High value being within between my two hands, and the periphery not being quite as strong. I'll still use pretty high chroma down here, but or here, but it will be toned down a little bit. We'll see how that goes. I think I kind of I want to go in that direction. So let's see here. Now we come to the very unforgiving stages. I am going to show direction, as you can see, on this roof line. Now, this edge of the elevator is vertical. This edge of the roof line is vertical. This edge goes off at a camber. So I need to slowly change my brush strokes as I come to the edge to match this camber and end up vertical over here. Maybe that's stating the obvious, but I think there's no harm in mentioning it. In this case, it's kind of handy to use a new brush, seeing as it has square shoulders and a flat, if you know what I mean. Alright. Now, seeing as these two roof lines, I think, may as well be similar in color and value on the edge all around, I may as well go ahead with this side. Trying to avoid too many brush strokes. I want that tooth to show through a little bit. Really like that. Okay, how about we put one there. And I'm going to add a little more white to my mixture there. We don't want too gradual a change. I'm actually putting a little cad yellow pale into this stroke. One more white. Okay. Now, some white. Really now it's not a blob of burnt sienna with white in it. Now it's more white with a bit of burnt sienna, with a bit of, yeah, it's a blob of white with burnt sienna in it. Okay. I want to lighten that up a little bit along the top. Yeah, that's coming. That's coming just fine. I think I'll bring the roof down a little bit there. Okay. Now I have mixed a little bit of white with a hint of yellow ochre and a touch of burnt sienna in there. Now we're taking it up another notch color-wise. Or value-wise, I should say. Sorry, when I do this, it's not talking time for me. When I do this, it's focusing and stop breathing time. So, I tend to shut up when I get into these little spots, some of them. Okay. Now I can brace my fingers in the areas that have raw umber in them, because it has raw umber. It's already dry enough for me to touch. There, just scoop some debris out of there. All right. There's our two roofs. Well, I thought that seeing as our sky was comprised of horizontal strokes, that I would lay in the roof lines. You know, of course it looks like boards. That's probably not the way that it would have been built. That's fine. It's about the painting, not about, again, accurate representation, but or accurate reporting. And then I had to sort of decide what's the bulk of the body going to be. And I kind of I think I've done one or maybe two before that they're just funky, you know, putting in some intense greens in places, or in general, fairly intense green as the body. I thought that looked okay. I think in this case it might be a little bit overwhelming. But as you can see, I put a couple of test strokes in there, and I'm still not sure. I'm a little bit on the fence. Maybe I should better go in the direction of orange, or maybe I should go in the direction of more of a purple. So let's just mix up a bit of alizarin crimson and a little bit of ultramarine blue, and a hint of yellow ochre to warm it up, and then let's lay that in over here. See what that looks like. Okay, that's in the shade, so that would work, but I should probably lay something in the sun as well. I'm going to mull that over. I wasn't happy with either of those, so I thought what I would do is go into the reds. This will be a red. Red. Okay, orange. But I think that's really what I like. And I think that's going to work just fine. Yeah, that will do it. Okay. So you can see where I'm going with this now. You know, it's kind of funny because you would say, well, how much cadmium orange did you use in this? None. It was always a mixture of cad red and cad yellow pale and a hint of white in its most intense areas. Then I went to getting rid of the cad yellow pale, going to cad red medium, and adding a bit of alizarin crimson to it. As I've slowly, you know, drifted down away from this soft sort of, well, the soft division of dark and light. As I get down right to the bottom here, I'm going to go into some purples. Because, you know, it's just a sliver in the clouds somewhere where there's a bit of a sunbeam showing through and catching the top of the elevator. So we'll go with mauves and purples here. And, you know, I kind of left this because I thought, maybe there's some tin flashing, some repairs that have been done years ago. So I may still put, you know, a little bit of, what would that be? I might use ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. Maybe a bit of raw umber. Just to show an old patchwork in there. There used to be a sign hanging here. It's long gone, but, you know, I'm going to use again a different color within that area. This was a bit busy. You know, I haven't indicated too much direction of boards, certainly not in the main area. I don't have to explain what it is because, as I said, it's about the painting. But it might still be too busy. I don't have to decide that yet. I'll complete the whole face of the building before I decide whether it's too busy or not. Anyway, there it is. It's a good start. I'm liking it. Hope you guys have a good evening. Have a good tomorrow. Whatever it is. See ya. Bye.